5 types of garlic you absolutely shouldn't buy if you don't want to harm your health. I still remember what the market vendor told me. Be careful when choosing garlic. There are some types I wouldn't even bring home. That statement haunted me, so when I got home, I checked every clove of garlic in my kitchen. Who would have thought that such a small spice could hide so many traps? Garlic seems simple, but make sure we avoid these pitfalls. Even the garlic seller wouldn't eat certain types. Learning how to choose garlic correctly not only doubles the flavor of your stir-fries, but also helps the garlic last longer, and most importantly, keeps you safe. So, let's get started. When buying garlic, you'll typically find 3 types: whole garlic bulbs and garlic that has been peeled or broken into individual cloves. Many people prefer the second or third type, thinking it's easier to assess quality and lighter without the peel. But the truth is, those choices come with potential risks. Often, sellers will separate the garlic cloves because the garlic has been stored for too long, and some cloves have spoiled. To continue selling, they peel the cloves, discard the worst ones, and sell the rest separately. By the time the garlic looks like that, it's already nearly spoiled. Furthermore, peeled garlic is much harder to store. Without the protective peel, the garlic will sprout and dry out quickly. Garlic usually spoils after only a few days, meaning you'll waste more. That's why the best option is always to buy whole garlic that is still covered by its natural peel. The peel acts as a natural protective layer, preventing bacteria and air from directly contacting the garlic cloves, helping the garlic stay fresh longer. This way, you'll avoid common problems like sprouting or shriveling. And don't worry about the weight of the peel. It's very light, so it hardly adds any extra cost. In fact, buying garlic with the peel on will give you much better value. So next time you shop, always choose whole garlic cloves with the peel on. This ensures better quality, minimizes waste, saves money, and is simply a smarter choice. Second point, smell the garlic. If the garlic smells pungent, strong, sour, rotten, or unusual, discard it immediately. A sour or rotten smell is a clear sign of decomposition and may mean the garlic contains harmful bacteria such as E. coli or salmonella. These are the culprits behind diarrhea, nausea, and even life-threatening illnesses. Remember this: as soon as you notice anything unusual, don't try to save a few cents. Throw it away. Sometimes garlic is dyed with industrial dyes to hide mold on the outside. That's why it smells so strong or chemically pungent. Never choose garlic like that. Point 3. Beware of mold or spots. When buying garlic, be sure to avoid bulbs with visible mold or spots. This often happens when garlic is stored in damp, poorly ventilated conditions or left out for too long. By the time garlic reaches this stage, it's already spoiled. Mold or discoloration on the surface not only signals spoilage, but can also contain harmful microorganisms such as aflatoxin, a toxin linked to digestive problems and serious health risks. Even worse, mold isn't limited to the surface. Even if you cut off the moldy part, the toxin can still remain inside. Experts warn that moldy garlic can be a breeding ground for aflatoxin, a toxin even more dangerous than arsenic, capable of causing liver damage with long-term exposure. Furthermore, moldy garlic often feels soft, shriveled, or rotten inside. Garlic loses its freshness and original flavor. Nutritional value decreases significantly, and in some cases, harmful substances may form. That's why thoroughly inspecting both the peel and cloves of garlic when buying is essential. If you see mold, black or brown spots, or any signs of rot, avoid them completely, no matter how cheap they are. Where are you viewing this from? Please leave a comment to let me know. Point 4. Squeeze to check freshness. Garlic that has been stored for too long will gradually lose moisture, which can cause the cloves to shrivel or rot. The outer skin may still be intact, making it difficult to tell just by looking. However, you can check by touch. Fresh, high-quality garlic should feel firm and plump. The garlic should be tightly packed inside the skin, never soft or hollow. If you feel any soft spots, dents, or hollowness when you squeeze, It means the garlic has started to dry out, rot, or spoil. The inside may be shriveled, rotten, and have an unpleasant odor. This type of garlic not only loses its flavor, but can also pose health risks. So, whenever you buy garlic, gently squeeze it. Choose cloves that feel firm and plump, avoiding those that are soft. This simple tip will help you avoid spoiled garlic. Tip number 5. Weigh the garlic. This is another important factor to consider. Fresh garlic, because it still contains a lot of water, will feel considerably heavier in your hand. This type of garlic is juicy, plump, and flavorful. On the other hand, garlic that has been stored for too long will lose its water and feel lighter, almost airy. This type is usually drier, has a milder flavor, and less aroma. It's important to note that drier doesn't necessarily mean better. Garlic that has been dried too much has lost a lot of moisture, significantly reducing its freshness. Therefore, when choosing garlic, select those that feel heavy and avoid those that feel too light if you want to ensure freshness and quality. In the market, garlic is usually divided into two types: white-skinned garlic and purple-skinned garlic. How do you choose between them? Let's start with white garlic. Purple garlic is typically larger, softer, less spicy, and slightly sweeter. Purple garlic is ideal for pickling, cold dishes, or enhancing the natural flavors of other ingredients. However, its relatively low allicin content means its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties are weaker, and its shelf life is shorter compared to white garlic. Purple garlic has firm, juicy cloves with a reddish-purple skin and a more intense flavor. When marinated, the garlic flavor becomes more pronounced. Purple garlic also contains more allicin, providing stronger antibacterial and antioxidant properties. The thicker skin allows for longer storage, making it suitable for dishes requiring a strong flavor, such as stir-fries or pan-fried dishes. In short, if you prefer a milder flavor or need garlic for cold dishes and pickles, white garlic is a good choice. But if you want a stronger flavor and a longer shelf life, purple garlic is the right choice. For everyday home cooking, purple garlic is often recommended due to its versatility, ease of storage, and richer flavor. Next, I'd like to share with you a method for preserving garlic using baking soda. Prepare a dry cardboard box that has been sun-dried to remove moisture or mold. Then, sprinkle some baking soda on the bottom of the box. Arrange the garlic cloves close together. Ensure the cloves don't touch each other to prevent moisture and mold from spreading. Baking soda helps extend the shelf life of garlic by absorbing excess moisture and keeping the surrounding environment dry and airy. This prevents mold from growing and sprouting, keeping the garlic fresh longer. Finally, close the lid of the box. Store the box in a dry, cool place, away from direct sunlight. Check the garlic occasionally to ensure it stays dry. Do you remember how to choose quality garlic? How do you usually choose garlic? Please leave a message in the comments. Thank you very much for your support. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.